Hi everyone, this is Lucy at Middle Path Yoga. Today I have a guided meditation practice for you, just a short one, an introduction for those of you who are new to mindfulness practice. So when we talk about mindfulness, we're learning how to stay present, how to come back to the moment. My teacher, Thich Nhat Hanh, calls it coming home. So it's not easy to stay present. Our mind is constantly taken away, thinking about regrets from the past or fears about the future. So with this mindfulness practice, we're training ourselves to stay present. And with the idea being that the present moment is the only time that we can really experience happiness and deal with our suffering, understand suffering. So the practice that I'm going to lead you through today is taken from this book, Bloom You the Lotus. Before we start, I'm just going to talk a little bit about how to sit. So I've got a yoga block here, but you could use a folded up blanket, towel to raise the hips. So I'll show you the first version and then we'll go on to another one. So sitting the hips up, just right on the edge of the block, you're going to come forwards almost as if you're about to fall off the block. You're going to bend one leg, see if you can bring your heel close towards your groin, and then tilt forwards until the first knee comes into contact with the floor. It may not, but if that's the case, sit up a little higher. So you can put 2 blocks, sit up as high as you need to. Tilt forward, as I say, to try and get this first knee on the floor. And then bending the second leg, pop the foot in front. If you're more supple, you might be able to bring your foot up onto your thigh. And what you might find there is that the second knee doesn't touch the floor. So in that instance, you might like to use a blanket underneath that second knee, so it's got a bit of cushioning underneath it. One of the rules that I tend to suggest is that you want as much surface area between your body and the floor as possible. So when we're taught to sit cross-legged at primary school, so sit with the ankles crossed, and you can see that the weight of your body is going down through the ankle joints, just through a very small area of your body, so spreading out. The other option here that you might like to go for is sitting onto 1 or 2 blocks this way, sitting back. And again, this can be a folded up blanket or a pillow folded in half. And that helps to tilt the pelvis to sit us up nice and tall here. I'm going to stick with that first one. Having said that, you can also do this practice sitting in a chair or a wheelchair. Main thing is being able to sit up tall to enable the lungs to be as open as possible. So if you are sitting on a chair, sit a little bit further away. Don't lean back into the back of the chair. Sit yourself slightly further forwards, maybe with a cushion behind your back. So I'm going to suggest that we practice this exercise from a seated position for the time being. Try and practice it regularly if you can. You might find at the start that it's a real challenge to stay present, to stay focused with your point of concentration. But just as we don't expect to go to a yoga class and be able to master the headstand straight away, we don't expect to be able to stay completely focused for the whole of the practice when we start out. So if you find that your mind has wandered, you kindly, compassionately bring the mind back to your point of focus. Each time coming back, coming back, coming back. And you'll find it does get easier with practice. So once we've familiarized ourselves, once we've learnt the 5 stages, you'll hopefully have that then at your disposal, at your fingertips, when there's a time of crisis or when you find that your anxiety levels are high for whatever reason. You'll be able to bring this practice to mind. Okay, so this practice that I'm going to lead you through I'm going to give you 2 sentences followed by 2 key words. And those key words, one of them is for you to mentally repeat whilst you're breathing in, and the second is for you to repeat whilst you're breathing out. I'm going to use the mindfulness bell. I've got quite a lot of background noise here today, so I'll be speaking at some point and then I will do the mindfulness bell for you to hear over the top, so it should be a clearer, more beautiful sound than what we've got here in the background. Okay, so choose your seated position. Might take a bit of time getting used to it. See if you can sit down slightly deeper through your sitting bones. And as you sink down, sit down through your seat, you might find it enables you to relax a little bit more around your tummy. There will be some effort here in order to keep yourself tall, but we're sitting up without forcing. Breathing some length into the spine, allowing the shoulders to drop down away from the ears. Letting the facial muscles soften. And just start to watch your breath as it comes in and as it leaves. Breathing through the nose if we can, through the mouth if it's blocked. Okay, so there are 5 stages to this guided meditation, and we're going to take a minute for each stage. You can sit with your eyes closed if your mind is busy, or if you prefer, if your mind is a little sleepy, a little sluggish, then just soften your gaze, just look down to the floor in front of you. Breathing in, I am aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm aware that I'm breathing out. And mentally repeating to yourself simply, in, out. Breathing in, my breath grows deep. Breathing out, my breath goes slowly, deep, slow. Breathing in, I feel calm. Breathing out, I feel at ease. Calm, ease. Breathing in, I smile, and breathing out, I release. Smile, release. Breathing in, I am aware of the present moment. Breathing out, I know it is a wonderful moment. Present moment, wonderful moment. So opening the eyes, stretching out your legs in any way that feels good. Perhaps roll the shoulders, see how they're feeling. So I hope you found that helpful. I'm just going to show you the book again and recommend that if you are interested in doing more guided meditation practice that you look this book up.